We're students from Brescia University, and we're the representatives of our team this year in the Global Innovation Challenge by WMGIC. So our our plan is a policy proposal of an agreement on mining cooperation between Zambia and the Democratic Republic of Congo. First, who are we? We're in this project acting as an agency, a non-governmental consultancy agency that will work directly with the Zambian government. Our goal is to suggest a policy proposal to the Ministry of Mines and Mineral Development in Zambia, with further work with the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of the Common Market and the Common Market for Eastern and Southern Africa, or COMESA. From what we've studied, and our conclusion is this is going to be our solution from our consultancy agency. So given our perspective from a consultancy agency, our solution on how should Zambia navigate the future of traditional and innovative mining practices is essentially advising the government to continue to develop a regional partnership with the DRC, Democratic Republic of Congo, in an initial stage based on the Zambia and DRC Cooperation Agreement on Electric Batteries in 2022, and other previous agreements that have been made in 2015 as well, opening up the mining industry and diversifying it to local regional companies rather than the traditional Chinese investors. This would be supported by the regional organization and international organization of COMESA, as we said earlier, in the implementation process. In order for us to reach this solution, there are 5 main goals that we had into consideration. The first one is to decrease in some degree the dependence on Chinese investors in the mining industry by generating revenue with other partnerships to potentially pay back some part of external debt that Zambia had with China over the years. Our second goal was to open the labor market, which would provide essentially more jobs and opportunities for locals, which will also reduce corruption levels in mining companies based on the presence of an IGO, which is in this case COMESA. It would also we will also focus on investing more in other minerals, such as cobalt, to potentially transition to renewable energies and products. And it would also focus on specialization and education training programs for the local workers in the mining industry. From the local context perspective, the agreement between the Democratic Republic of Congo and Zambia would increase the cultural acceptance of a partnership with a neighbor country that actually have borders, rather than the increased presence of Chinese investors as it has been in the past. Furthermore, it benefits local communities by generating more labor opportunities and skilled labor, which will be supported by the specialization training programs for more efficiency of this labor force and local people. This would also be achieved with cooperation from the public and private sectors to implement the building of education and training institutions. Give me 1 second. Oh, sorry, thank you. From an environmental and public health point of view, there are some considerations that we also want to take into account. The first is this solution would promote and advise the government. We would promote and advise the government to keep enforcing the Mines and Mineral Act of 2015, which were present in the package of the case that was provided by WMGIC. We would also advise the government of Zambia and the Ministry of Mines and Minerals to move into more sustainable mining process, such as solution mining, which eventually will decrease the environmental impact. Along with the future partnership with COMESA, we would work with the African Trade Insurance Company for premium insurance packages for the workers and the labor force of Zambia and the DRC. Besides, another goal would be exploring cobalt focus, considering for the use of renewable energy products such as batteries or electric vehicles, which can also lead to a potential transition eventually between the two countries or more to a sea mining process in the long run. For this project, this will have a 6-step time limit of implementation. Our first step would be proposing the policy to the Ministry of Mines and Minerals. In the second step, the Ministry of Mines and Minerals will communicate directly with the Foreign Affairs Ministry to facilitate the negotiations and partnership cooperation between the two countries. In the third step, both countries would meet and agree on the new cooperation agreement that would replace or renew the former agreement that both countries had under the supervision this time of COMESA. Fourth step would be the implementation of the agreement, diversifying the companies in both countries, followed by a training stage for both specialization as well as solution mining of the labor force, finishing with a cooperatively goal towards a plan for deep sea mining in a period of 5 to 10 years. Regarding finance and fiscal pragmatism, the potential costs that will be considered until this solution will be the training costs for the solution mining and the specialization training. Also, it will be covering the African Trade Insurance Agency premium cost work agreement, which would be mediated by our international organization, COMESA, the operational cost for the solution mining, the construction and operational costs for skills and education programs, which would generate a benefit of more cost efficiency and energy saving compared to traditional open cast and blast methods in this case. Looking towards the future, with this agreement, we're looking for more regional agreements of cooperation, which could potentially involve some other countries in the area, such as Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Malawi, or other countries, with the potential support and cooperation of COMESA as this international organization that would be with us cooperating in the process. This could also be a potential transition of the area to the deep sea mining in a period of 5+ years. And here are our references. Thank you so much for your attention.